Tile Monday Morning Moment. I'm brand ambassador Roy Marcus, and this place, the Mosaic Assembly Area, is always on my list of go-to spots in our complex in Secaucus. On any day, something amazing is happening here, and not just one something, many somethings, because this is a place where we realize that our Tailored to Custom program empowers all of us to constantly revive the best designs from the treasure trove of the artistic tile archive, to reinterpret a modern concept with traditional materials, and vice versa. Today we find a hallmark of artistic tile luxury, Toledo Field and Borders, created in Bianco Carrara with river shell mother of pearl. A newer design with a contemporary soul given free rein to be lush and sexy. Tresses with Rosa Portogallo and Calicata Gold, and a usually graphic water jet reinterpreted to create a moment of sublimely modern classicism, Duomo in all Calicata Gold. Selling custom is frequently more rewarding than selling only stocked goods, but definitely poses challenges. So to help, we're joined by my good pal and colleague, Chris Carroll, who's an illustrated man, but even more than that, an illuminating one when it comes to best practices to ensure that everyone's expectations, homeowner, designer, design associate, and production, have less variation than Sasso's A1. So welcome, Chris.
Thank you, Roy.
So we're looking right now at Toledo, both field and the border.
Yes.
And I was really kind of tickled when I saw this when I walked through, because I hadn't seen Toledo being made for a while. It's a byword of, classic luxury design without any question. And when it's made with artistic tiles, discerning, beautiful Bianco Carrara that we show such discretion over how we purchase and what we stock so that it always looks exactly the way that you want Carrara to look. It's kind of a slam dunk.
Always. Classic look, top seller, easy to sell. Here's one thing though that we want to watch out for with white marbles like Bianco Carrara and Calicata Gold. Mm-hmm. Out of the same lot, we have this, what would you call this, a creamy kind of white?
I always say pale dove gray with darker dove gray markings.
There you go.
But mellow, lovely, quiet.
In the same box, there can be some variation in the body.
Within that one box of Carrara, variation is going to be inherent.
It should be expected, actually.
And it may go from subtle to more noticeable and more dramatic.
Absolutely.
So, we're well protected because we buy it with such discretion, but it's still definitely going to be a factor.
Yep.
Even more so with something like Calicata Gold.
Calicata Gold is another, classic.
Absolutely.
But we also know that range can go anywhere from this beautiful white body
into vanilla, into cream.
Absolutely.
Into, almost a goldy beige.
Yeah, so that's something that we have to prepare our clients for.
And when you're doing something like Duomo, which we are very used to seeing in a very graphic way so that it looks like an Escher, in a single stone, it's going to be very different. And we need to be aware that this is going to be a different item than they mostly see in the showrooms. I was tickled by this one as well. I thought this was really, outstanding looking.
Yeah.
We love this.
Yeah.
It's going to make someone very, very happy because it's perfectly gorgeous.
Very, very mellow Calicata Gold and just stunning as always.
Tresses in Rosa Portogallo and Calicata Gold.
Yes.
This is one delicious mosaic.
Yeah, this is the first time we've done this colorway, and I got to tell you, it's probably a home run, and I'm sure we're going to be doing this more often.
It would not shock me in the least. I think it's really lush. It's very sexy, almost diva-like.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's got a real cool about it, which is marvelous.
Yep.
Now here, how the varied, directional markings of Calicata Gold are going to land on that beautiful curvilinear shape, that's kind of anybody's guess.
Yeah, that's something that we should also try to educate our clients on. That these are smaller pieces. Now, when they come to Secaucus and they pick a lot, they're seeing a 12 by 12 or a 12 by 24. And this area right here just might be a small section of that tile, but it's going to be an entire piece.
And this is kind of where communication between all of us, between the design associates in the showrooms, the people who work in the authorized dealers who watch what we do here, and yourself becomes really important.
Absolutely.
And I've said to Chris
Absolutely.
many times, how accessible are you? He's completely accessible.
Yes.
You know, he is there at the other end of the phone. He's there at the other end of the email. I'm here. You know, if you need an ambassador to work within, you know, and have a conversation between what I know to be the reality of working on the showroom floor and what we all know to be the reality
Right.
of both stone itself and how things get made, that's important.
Right.
So sharing photographs of the sample that was in the showroom, if there's a date on that sample so that we know what era it was from,
Right.
because samples sometimes
Right.
can be there for a while.
The
That can be
more
important.
information we have, the more successful we're going to be, and we're not going to have a return, and we're not going to have any kind of hiccups during production.
And I also think it's important that everybody who hears this understands the true respect that I know that Chris has for all that the sales associates do.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Getting everything wound up to the point
Sure.
that this project is presented for manufacture here and accepted for
Sure.
manufacture. Because he knows very well exactly what it takes to move a custom project, you know, uphill to the point that it's done. It's really smart business to include items from our Tailored To program as part of your projects. It makes them inherently more special. They're getting something that no one else has or may ever have. We have so many items that can be part of Tailored To. All the field tile in glass and stone and mother of pearl. So many ways to infuse that moment of real, special, just for you, custom couture into your projects. It's just a really great thing to do. And there are so many items that can be part of a Tailored To project. All the stocked mosaics that can, you know, make a shower floor when you've created an accent wall, all the possibilities that are inherent in making these projects special. It's just very, very, very smart business. So thank you for joining us today on the Monday Morning Moment. For Artistic Tile, this is Chris Carroll, and I'm Roy Marcus. Make it a great week.